moment for another episode of Ball Club Confidential, brought to you by the great people at Knoxville Smiles. I'm your host, Austin Price. Coming up tonight on the show, we have Tennessee transfers Chris Brazzell and Lance Hurd. But before we get to them, let's bring in the Volunteer Club's Brandon Spurlock and Dr. Stephen Malone of Knoxville Smiles. Dr. Malone, we appreciate so much you guys being the title sponsor for this show, and I know that athletics has always been very important to you all.
Mm-hmm. We appreciate the opportunity. It's something we haven't done before, and we were anxious to get into it, and glad we can be here.
Tell everybody about the practice. Obviously, you've been a dentist here in Knoxville for going on 30 years,
right.
But you all do some really neat stuff with implants, robotics, cosmetic dentistry that a lot of dental practices do not do.
Yeah, so we're placing implants with robots, and the robot is something that's unique to dentistry right now. It's not very many people that are doing that. Dr. Costa is one of the top 5 providers in the world, actually, with the robot. There's less than 100 of them out there right now, so we're pretty proud of that. We've got Dr. Volquest, who just joined the practice. So we've got 2 people that can do surgical procedures and sedation dentistry, which is pretty neat because I don't do that. I've been doing cosmetic dentistry and restorative dentistry my whole career, and I think that this is a great addition. And we've got a great team. The team is awesome. When you call the office, you'll feel something different because we're trying to take care of people, and it's just be nice and tell the truth, and that's what we do.
Brandon, when we were able to get Knoxville Smiles locked in to be the title sponsor, it was a big accomplishment here for Ball Club Confidential, right?
Yeah, I think the evolution of NIL and what we've done with the volunteer club, here in I guess over 2 years, and just showcasing here the ways that people can be involved through their business, and it's all about Vols supporting Vols, right? So when you walk into Knoxville Smiles that what they're about in terms of supporting our programs and us, partnering together on this. So there's lots of opportunities for others to do that as well.
You all have always been big into athletics. You did mouthpieces for the Bearden and Farragut football teams at one point, and I know that for you specifically, West Knoxville and Knoxville in general has been very important to you.
They've been good to us. My kids have grown up here in Knoxville. My kids went to Bearden High School and UT, and it's just part of our family at this point.
You talk about the cosmetic dentistry. I'd say that a lot of the issues that people face are, a crown falling off or, having to redo a partial or whatever. I mean, is that something that you see most out of any of the dental needs?
I think since COVID, a lot of people have neglected themselves, and we're seeing a lot of people come in for the first time since COVID, and they've got some issues that we need to help with, and some of them aren't aware, and they're a little scared that they don't know what they have going on, and we just need to help them and teach them and not judge them, and it seems to work out real well.
I think most people are just kind of like I don't want to go to the dentist, But at the same time,
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, sure. But at the same time, I think you're talking about making it like you all want to be a part of their family. You want them to be a part of your family, making it kind of a cohesive unit. Like and I think that's part of what makes it when you come into Knoxville Smiles. Makes it less queasy than going to your normal dentist, right?
Well, I hope so. We've been told that. I think integrative medicine is a big buzzword out there now, and I think dentists are getting a whole lot more involved in people's medicine and needs because we see people more often than the physician does in many cases. So we're checking blood pressures, and we're referring people when they need something like sleep medicine or blood pressure checked, those types of things. We're probably seeing some people with diabetes before they know they have it because we're the first ones to see it. So it's a health-oriented thing. And so the order of importance is comfort, health, function, and then we want to make them look good too. So we're concentrating on the first 3 things before we're even looking at cosmetics. And I do a lot of cosmetic work, but we want to make sure people are healthy too.
Some of those things he just described, Brandon, are kind of like Tennessee's basketball team, right? They've been looking good
healthy
here.
and good looking, look good, feel good, play good. That's right.
And obviously a lot of exciting things going on Rocky Top with the Volunteer Club.
Yeah, for sure. Just segueing basketball season into the heart of baseball season here. It's like we're nonstop around here. When you're the everything school, you don't stop. So glad to be here.
That's right. And don't forget the portal opens up in just a couple of weeks.
Does it ever close?
Probably not. But hey, 2 big portal additions this past cycle were Chris Brazzell and Lance Hurd. Let's bring them on to the show. What's up, guys? How we doing?
What's good?
How are you? The portal has become such a huge thing, and you go back to the early portal wave. You guys were two of the biggest, if not the biggest, additions to this football team. When you were picking Tennessee, what kind of stood out? What made Tennessee the pick?
For me personally, it was the offense. Air attack offense, air raid offense, wide splits, run and gun. I feel like that's every receiver's dream right here.
Well, I know I'm not copying him, but it's definitely the offense, man. It was, I feel like as a tackle, I can get out in space and show my athleticism.
You look at what Darnell did just 2 years ago, goes top 10 in the draft from the tackle spot. Watching him kind of get out and be a bully of the run game, be athletic and pass pro, is that kind of what you're talking about when we talk about, just kind of being able to showcase all the tools?
That's a lot of what I'm talking about. I feel like me and Darnell have some of the same traits.
Yeah, Darnell, that's my guy from West Virginia. So many guys in this portal class, took a visit here, then went and took visits elsewhere. And a lot of times you're like, when a kid leaves campus and he's not committed, you're like, that's probably not good. But, Holden went away, ends up picking Tennessee. You went on more visits. Jermon McCoy went on more visits. What was it that when you took those other visits, it just kept coming back to Tennessee for you guys?
I really just liked the environment and the people and all the coaches. They were great to me. And like I said, the offense just stood out to me.
Mine was for sure Coach Pope. The way he just presented himself and the way he was talking just stood out to me than from the other coaches. So it was a no-brainer.
What is it you like most about Kelsey?
He's funny. He's a funny dude, but, he's about business. You feel me? So, you can cut up and laugh with him, but while you're cutting up and laughing with him, you're also getting better in that process. So he's a good coach.
You had one of the more interesting visits because it was like a whirlwind. You were here 6 hours. Because, and you never even actually made it to the stadium on your visit. I think, Oklahoma had kind of bumped up your flight or whatever, and you had to basically, you were on the way to the stadium and had to do a U-turn, go to fly out to go take your Oklahoma visit. So, when you picked Tennessee, you technically had never been to Neyland, but you'd kind of seen everything else, met all the people. Yeah. How different was that day? Because you, were kind of trying to cram everything into such a short amount of time.
Well, I was looking forward to seeing Neyland, but, it was unfortunate. But I saw pretty much everything else other than Neyland. So it was a great time.
You've seen it this spring with scrimmages and stuff. What are you guys looking forward to most about the fall?
I'm looking forward to playing in Neyland and finally getting a game day experience on a Saturday night there and, being successful and making plays out there with the guys.
Exactly what he said, man. Running out that power T, playing in front of all them the fans. Can't wait.
What do you think makes you special on the football field, Chris?
I feel like I'm a big guy who can run little guy routes. I can also play big, take the top off, make spectacular catches, and just go out there and do my assignment. When
the team gets down inside the 20, is that kind of when you're okay, yeah, let's go high point one, right? Yeah. Is that your favorite part on the field, or just playing period?
Playing period, but I feel like the red zone is just one of my bigger advantages over a smaller corner, for sure. But I like playing the whole field, but red zone, I love it.
What about you? When are you having your most fun? Is it a run call, pass call?
Probably run, man. I feel like I can be dominant in the run game. I love all of it, but I really like, running into somebody.
See, you're so laid back. You meet with the media. You're in here doing this. And you smile a lot. Something tells me you don't smile a lot on the field, though. I would say you're mean mugging out there. Are you fair or no fair?
Sometimes. Depends on what type of practice it is. But in the game, I'm just I can't say I'm a different guy.
My dog be out there laughing.
Is he?
In practice, yeah. But in the game, it's like, different.
Like if you know you're in like a defensive end's head, like are you a talker or just kind of let it speak for itself?
You talking about like in the game?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sometimes I won't say nothing. Like I say, it depends on the mood that I'm in. Sometimes I like to talk a little noise, but if he ain't saying nothing, I'm probably not gonna say nothing either.
Both of you have kind of some really solid to great players you're going up against in practice. You have James Pierce.
Mm-hmm.
You got Jamal McCoy and Ricky Gibson. How much did those guys help prepare you for this fall, help prepare you to make you a better player?
James, he's a very good player, obviously, and going up against him every day, and the rest of those guys too, they're all great, but going against him every day, you don't have no other choice but to get better.
Same thing with that. Ricky's a guy that's gonna put hands on you every play, so you got to be ready. Jamal's real athletic, real quick, so just going against them is definitely going to translate into the game.
How much hanging out have you guys done? Or is this kind of like you're with the receivers and you're with the linemen, or have you found a way to hang out with each other since you've been to campus?
We'll be hanging out.
Yeah, we'll chill every now and then, but most of the time, you know how I be, old linemen with receivers.
Sure.
But we still, we still hang out whenever we get a chance.
What does hanging out look like for you guys?
We might just sit around, chill, get on the video game, something like that,
Yeah.
We talking about Madden? What are we talking about?
COD, whatever.
All right, I always ask LeBron or Jordan. We'll ask that later in the show. But the last few shows, I've started to incorporate not Madden, but NCAA. What's a fair rating for Lance Hurd and Chris Brazzell on NCAA? Like when the ratings come out, what will you be? I'm good with that. And what will you be like? Nah, it's not good enough.
I don't know, man. See, I don't want to give myself a too high number, but
What's fair? 84, 85?
nah.
Higher
I'd say
than that?
from like a 90 to 97.
You?
Shoot. I'm cool with just anything above a 79. No, actually, anything above 85. 85, cool.
Have you guys kind of let it, when y'all decided to be a part of the game, was this kind of like, man, this is so neat. Like, I mean, we're going to be in the game, our names are going to be on jerseys in the game. How, you know what I mean? Like, as a little kid, I'm sure that's something you maybe, dreamed about, and to see that kind of happen now as college players, it's got to be pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it's definitely cool because, growing up playing NCAA, they haven't came out with one forever.
Sure.
And, the next one they come out with, we're going to be in it. So it's definitely cool.
How old were you when the last time they had an NCAA?
I can't even
About
remember.
10?
Probably so. Something like that.
That's fascinating. Just to date myself, to date them, all at the same time. You grew up in Louisiana. You grew up in Texas.
Yeah.
What'd you enjoy most about your childhood?
Shoot. I mean, I'm from the middle of nowhere. All we got is football, so I'll say football and sports. Going outside, playing with my partners, just playing ball.
Well, I grew up in a little town called Bonita, Louisiana for a long time, and we ain't got much of nothing there. All we did was play football, ride four-wheelers, and ride horses and stuff like that. So I enjoyed that type of stuff. Now,
you're a self-proclaimed country boy.
Yeah.
You're talking about riding horses. And how big are you again?
6'6", about 335.
That poor horse.
You talking about that poor horse.
I'd love to see you roll up on a horse with a cowboy hat on. Trey Smith was big on the cowboy hat when he was here.
Yeah,
maybe you need to incorporate that.
I don't know. I might pick back up on it soon.
I mean, you got this big Silverado truck. I mean, I think it would be fitting.
You think so?
I do. I think that would be fascinating. Google Trey Smith cowboy hat. I guarantee you. And Trey is a 2-time Super Bowl champ for the Kansas City Chiefs. Big offensive lineman. What drives both of you?
As far as just football,
Life, family. What kind of makes you tick? What pushes you?
I mean, I know we both do this right. Shoot, we can. I mean, play football and get paid, and take care of our families. Like, you don't get too much easier than that.
My family, that was mostly driving me to make sure they're good and, make sure I take stress off their shoulders.
So I'm sure you had a chance to look at the uniforms. What are you most looking forward to wearing? Is it black? I mean, that's what most people roll with, or do you all kind of differ on that?
I like the all black, man, and I like the gray too, but the certain type of gray. I don't like the light shade gray. I like the darker gray.
Most definitely all black or all white with orange helmets. That'll probably be hard.
Now, you're already in the number I know you want, 53.
Mm-hmm.
You want to stay in 11? That's what you have in spring practice, or you want back out of that thing?
No, I'm getting 17.
17?
Yeah, as soon as I can.
How hard is that? Because hype doesn't hand them out in spring, really.
No.
It makes you kind of earn them. Like I know like Boo is wanting to get in 6. He's in 23 right now, and last year Nico wore 12 during spring when he wants to wear 8. So, when you see those pictures of practice, you're like, nah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really think too much of it. We just out there playing ball. Hopefully, I get in that number ASAP.
You got some veterans in each room. You got Brew in your room, obviously, and he's coming off an injury. In your room, you got obviously John and Cooper and Spraggs. What do you like about some of those older guys you've met here?
They took me in just like one of them, and just pulled me along with them. They definitely helped me out a lot since I've been here.
Bro, I mean, real uplifting guy. Things not going right as far as me in play calls. He's the first guy that'll help me, so yeah.
What do you like about Coach Heupel? I know when I saw him to a recruit this past weekend, they just talked about how real he is, how genuine he is. What is there something specific that speaks to that?
I mean, ain't no faking with him. Like, he says what's on his mind, good or bad. He's gonna coach you up, tell you when he did something good. Just keeps everything legitimately real. So,
Coach Heupel a great coach, man. He played a big part in me coming here too. I love to play for a guy like Coach Heupel. He, like he said, he just real genuine and he real and straightforward. If he got something on his mind, he'll let you know.
All right, we're brought to you by our great friends at Knoxville Smiles. What makes you guys smile?
I don't know. Somebody say something funny, I'll smile. And, I like to just see heartwarming things.
You?
I like funny people, funny jokes.
Funniest guy on the team?
We got a lot of characters now.
Yeah,
a lot of funny
do.
people.
We do.
A lot of funny people, for sure.
All right. Not funny is getting work on your teeth. They make it easier at Knoxville Smiles. Let's learn more from Dr. Malone.
Hi, I'm Dr. Stephen Malone. People ask me all the time about digital technology and how it affects dentistry. We'd like to show you what that means here in the office. So dentists used to have technicians that they worked with everything analog. Today we do it all digital. Also, digital technology helps us with clear aligners so we can straighten your teeth here in the office. If we can help you with your dental needs, look us up at knoxvillesmiles.com.
All right, you pull in your big truck. Truck's still running. I said, hey, man, your truck's running. He's like, well, my girl's out there. I said, well, bring her in. So my dogs are out there. Dogs? Tell everybody what kind of dogs you have.
I got a Bully XL. She's 9 months. And I got a Yorkie.
That's 2 totally different things.
Yeah.
But you said the Yorkie is the tougher of the 2?
Yeah, he make a lot of noise. You think you're gonna come in the house? He gonna make more noise than the bully.
You got any pets?
No, I don't.
Would you want one?
Most def. Once I get adjusted with all this spring ball on the schedule, most def getting a dog.
There's a lot of guys on the team with dogs. You know, I think Spragues I think has one, and then obviously Joe had one last year. What's the name for these dogs?
The bully name is Lola. She's a girl, and the Yorkie name is Jax.
Jax.
He's a little boy.
You got a name picked out yet?
No, I don't.
No, I was just joking. I knew you would. I would have laughed if you'd have said, yeah. What's one place that you guys have never been that you really want to go, travel-wise?
Here?
No. In the world, like
Bora
in
Bora.
life. Bora Bora.
Yeah.
Why?
'Cause the water pretty out there, and I just want to go out there and just kick my feet up.
That's a good question. I don't know.
I've stumped you.
Where would you go?
Oh, look at him put it back on me. Probably somewhere in Europe, Italy, Paris, Scotland to play golf,
I feel you.
something like that. That's me.
Yeah.
What's one place you've been that you want to go back to?
Salt Lake City. That was beautiful, for sure. Most def beautiful.
Was it on the Utah visit?
Yeah.
Utah sits up on that hill above the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a neat little place out there, and then Salt Lake's on the other side. Yeah, it's a pretty cool spot. What about you?
I don't know. I've been to a couple places, but I just like vacation, so I'll probably go back to all of them.
What do you like to do on vacation? Are you a beach and an ocean kind of guy, or what?
I mean, it depends. I can go, I can take a trip to Nashville and have fun. I can go.
That's where you can get a
spots.
cowboy hat, by the way.
Yeah, I might go up there and give me one night to say that. But I can go somewhere and just kick it and, go get me something to eat, something like that, or just chill.
When you take a family vacation, who do you like to go with? Is it mom and dad? Is it siblings? Is it grandma? Who
Then I would probably go on like a little beach vacation or something like that. And I'd take pretty much my whole family, all my siblings, and my mom and dad, and, all my loved ones.
When you're watching the game, who are you trying to emulate your game after? Who do you like to watch at offensive tackle and a wide receiver?
I'll say currently right now I've been watching Justin Jefferson more than anybody else. That's mine for sure.
What about him stands out? Minus the obvious.
He can play slot outside, versatile, run routes, run little guy routes, but take the top off like a big dude. Good hands, strong hands. So yeah.
Trent. I like Trent and
Trent Williams.
Yeah. I would pretty much watch. Now I ain't gonna say I watch all tackles, but some of the elite ones. Tyron Smith.
Yep.
He one of my favorites. I try to mix in, a little bit of those guys. I try to get Trent's athleticism and Tyron's technique.
If you had a chance to kind of sit down with those guys and pick their brain, what are you asking them?
I don't know, man. I just be asking all type of questions. I just really want to sit down and talk ball with them and, just about the offensive tackle position. Like you said, just try my best to pick their brain and learn something from them. I'd rather probably be on the field with them instead of sitting down and talking with them.
For sure.
Just kind of take it all in, watch them.
Yeah.
Watch how they work.
Yeah.
It's like watching Jordan or Kobe or LeBron in a pregame shoot-around, right?
Yeah.
Kind of just how they maneuver, how they work,
Yeah.
the time they put in.
Right.
The practice field, is that something? I mean, not everybody likes practice, right? Like some people just like to play games, on Saturdays. But how important is the practice part of this to, being there throwing with Nico or getting sled work in, that type of stuff?
Well, practice now is very important. It's the time you can just get all the kinks out and, get ready for the fall and, just kind of see what you're working with going into the summer and then the fall. And plus it's, the time where you build relationships and build team chemistry, and with your specific room, like he can build chemistry with his receivers, and we can build, chemistry and relationships in there with the O-line. It starts now.
For sure, chemistry. Getting on the right page with the quarterback, getting on the same page with the receivers, seeing what the routes they like to run versus what you like to run. Really chemistry.
LeBron or Jordan?
LeBron.
I'll say Brian. He bigger, and I ain't knocking Jordan, but he didn't play in our era is probably,
I love the emphaticness that he just, it wasn't even I don't even think what did I say, LeBron or Jordan? I didn't think I got to the and Jordan, and he was
Hey. Yeah. My man, the GOAT. Once he came back 3-1 against the Warriors, you got it.
That's the one championship that he won that I enjoyed the most, because he won it for Cleveland.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I going to Miami and surrounding yourself with a bunch of really good players and winning it, fine. But when you won it with Cleveland, it was different. It just felt different. Cleveland hadn't won. That's what I've enjoyed the most about the NBA the last few years, is it's been so spread out. Like the Bucks won an NBA title. Phoenix played for one. Denver won an NBA title. These are franchises that haven't won one, right? I kind of like the parity of it all right now. It's there's a bunch of teams that could win it this year,
Right.
And I like that. I think college football is going that way. It's more, there's more parity now. It's not just 3 or 4 teams. It's 12 to 14 teams, and who knows? And the way the portal and NIL is going, it could be more than that. It look more like the NCAA basketball tournament,
Right.
which is fun, right?
Yeah,
Everybody loves those upsets.
I like that way better. The 12 teams I feel like it's more fair now.
How much?
Just the 4 teams.
How much do you guys crave being in that 12-team playoff?
I was happy when I seen it actually happening. I was probably more happy than anybody.
That's something where you just kind of you want to be a part of that first year, the playoff that first year, because there's going to be so much attention on this playoff this year.
Yeah, and plus there's going to be a lot of attention on the SEC because it's a lot of like Oklahoma coming into the SEC, Texas.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of interesting games this year.
What game on the schedule are you looking forward to most?
I like the big games. I feel like I thrive in big games.
That first month of the season is kind of interesting because it's kind of lesser opponent at home, neutral site game, NC State, another kind of lesser opponent at home. Then you go on the road for Oklahoma and Arkansas before you get to kind of the meat of the home schedule with Florida and Bama. You like going on the road? You like those road environments?
Nah, not really.
No.
Hey, because it be on you the most. It's harder to play in a place like Bama or Auburn because they get so loud, especially when you on offense.
Yeah.
And they get so loud. But, it'd be great. If you wasn't the opposing team.
Yeah, but if you play well and you silence them, it makes it become more fun.
You gotta silence them early. The most annoying place was Mississippi State with them cowbells.
Well, if everything works out and you're a 2 years and done to the NFL thing, you'll get your trip back to Mississippi State a year from now because that's Tennessee will go back there in 25. They'll love you down there.
Yeah, I'm not ready to go back.
What about you? You're coming from Tulane, so the atmosphere.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
And the SEC is going to be a lot different.
Yeah. Oh, no. I didn't have no problems with away games. I enjoyed the away games at Tulane. Different stadium, different feel, different environment. I enjoy it, but I don't know nothing about, you feel me? I don't know nothing about, I'm ready for it, but I can't speak on it.
How well do you know J.J. McCleskey down there?
That's my dog.
course, you know he played.
Play here.
Played here.
Won a little championship.
Yeah. He played at Carnes, a little high school here in West Knoxville.
Yeah.
JJ is he's a local fan favorite, and Vol fans love him. What do you think is the most important thing you've learned through the recruiting process, both as a high school kid, then into the portal, as a college athlete? What lessons do you take from all this?
Trust. You know, some people just want you just to have you. You know what I'm saying? Other teams, need you. So you got to really verify from who needs you and who wants you and make the right decision.
I definitely would say the same. You know, I feel like you should go somewhere where, you know, you're more needed but also wanted, and, you know, where you can get taken care of, and also your family, and putting your family in a great position.
How much you look forward to getting the family up here? I mean, I'm not sure they've spent a ton of time up here yet, but get up here this summer, get up here for games this fall, kind of showing them around, right?
Yeah, I know my family can't wait to get up here, but they'll be up here maybe
I assume the spring game, yeah.
Yeah, so I think they're going to enjoy it. I can't wait for them to get here, though.
Same as well. I believe they're coming for the spring game. They're going to like it.
What's one place in Knoxville you found that you really enjoy, whether it's a place to eat, place to hang out, place to go do stuff? Where's your spot 2-3 months into this thing? Kind of where have you found?
I like the little spot called Smash City.
Yeah, Smash Burgers.
Yeah. Bro, they fire, you don't lie. IHOP. Yeah, I like IHOP. I can go there and chill, you know.
Well, you're an offensive lineman and you deliver pancakes, so makes sense.
Yeah, well, you know, that's the spot.
So you got John Campbell's big on the Waffle House. You're now big on the IHOP. What are you big on?
I don't know. Moe's actually surprised me. Moe's
I do like
really
Moe's.
good.
Moe's
Moe's
fine.
is really good. So I'll say Moe's is the spot that kind of caught me so far.
That's down on the strip.
What you be getting from Moe's?
Shoot, chips, queso, pinto bean, chicken, burrito. Oh, with the taco shell.
See, I can't do the pinto bean, bro.
You like pinto bean? Not the
You're an old country boy. That's a country boy thing.
I can't eat it with, rice and stuff like
Okay.
that. Now, if you give me some pinto beans with some cornbread and some sugar, yeah, I can go to town then.
When you go back home, mom, grandma, aunt, whoever does the best cooking in your family, what's your go-to meal? When you go back in town, what do they know, okay, Chris is coming home, Lance is coming home, I know they're going to want this, and they just make it? Or do you go, hey, I really want you to make this?
I just always tell my mama that I just want a good home-cooked meal,
What's your favorite? What do you enjoy that she makes the most?
It's just like probably soul food. She do like some fried chicken, some yams, greens, stuff like that.
My grandma makes a big breakfast, so anything on that table I like. Pancakes, eggs, bacon, grits, fish.
Country ham?
No.
No?
No. I'm not sure if it's country or not. Just know it's ham.
Ham, okay.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Favorite candy bar?
Candy bar or candy?
Well, it could be either one, yeah.
I don't really eat candy like that, but candy bar, I'm not big on those either. I might have maybe a Snickers.
Snickers. You?
I like gummies.
Gummies?
Yeah.
I do like Reese's though.
We're peeling back the onion there, Lance Heard. Snickers, and all of a sudden you're like Reese's. In a minute you'll be telling me you like Twix,
No.
Milky Way.
No.
All of a sudden we do like candy. What's one thing you would tell the younger versions of yourself? As advice now that you've kind of went through it.
I don't know. I have a lot of advice for myself, But I think all my mistakes I've made in my life got me to the point where I am now. And, I'm grateful for it. I wouldn't take back. I don't think nothing that, none of the mistakes that I've made.
Oh, no, to be honest with you.
When you were trying to decide to come to Tennessee or not, or where to go, and then it kind of started to leak out, probably going to Tennessee. And people like me started calling you. And other guys in the media started calling you. How much did you despise that 24 to 48 hours where the phone just rang and rang and rang?
Terrible.
I really hated it.
Terrible, bro.
It's okay. I can appreciate honesty.
Yeah, man. I was, I had a lot on my mind, trying to figure it all out. Look at my phone and
You're like, Jesus, this person's calling me
again and again.
It was Matt Ray. We'll blame him. What did you like most about the recruiting process? What did you like least about the recruiting process?
Talking about like as far as high school or transfer?
Both.
Uh,
Did you find them to be different?
Very much.
Very much.
Oh, yeah.
In what way?
I wasn't recruited that much in high school, so the portal was having schools interested in me was totally different. So I enjoyed it, but just like with the phone calls and stuff, that was kind of aggravating. But I enjoyed it.
I mean, out of high school, I liked it because I felt, like I had,
You had some juice.
yeah. So, and the thing I liked about it was going, visit different places, explore different places. But when I was transferring, I didn't want to do all that. I was like,
More of a
man,
business decision.
Yeah, it's definitely business, and I'm not looking forward to, going different places, trying to see different stuff. I mean, I know what I want, and I want to get straight to it.
I can respect both of those. I remember when it leaked out where you were going, I called you. I was at the Peabody Hotel in Memphis getting ready to go watch the Grizzlies game. It was Ja Morant's first home game back from injury before he got re-injured, or back from suspension before he got injured. And you're like, it's out, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know how that got leaked, but it got leaked somehow.
You were so mad.
What?
He was so mad.
What?
What? In a perfect world, how's this season go? Like if you're getting to write the script, how's this season go? And I get you're gonna say undefeated. We get all that, but I meant like for you individually.
Obviously, we want an undefeated season, win a natty, and also win a Joe Moore as far as up front on the O-line. But, individual goals, I would love to, obviously, in the tackle, would love to have 0 sacks allowed.
You?
I hate it's kind of corny. It sounds like, but shoot, I'm trying to hit the league, honestly. So whatever it is I have to do, I mean.
You want to have a good year before you can
There you go.
get to there.
Yes, sir.
I understand.
Yes, sir.
Well, guys, good luck this season. We appreciate the time coming out tonight and kind of letting the fans get to know you a little bit. And, like I told you, hopefully individually we can do this more in the fall and kind of do more of a deep dive on Lance and deep dive on Chris.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.